This is the second part of the series where we're still using the two reds, quinacridone magenta and naphthol red light, and in this case we're mixing them with two different earth or oxide colors, and we get a completely different effect than what we got in the first video with burnt sienna. We stay with our two bright red colors, the quinacridone magenta and the naphthol red light. On the top row we find mixtures of quinacridone magenta with light red ochre, and as you go along you'll see the first color is a very rich reddish brown color. The next color I've mixed has a lot of white added to it, so it's quite a distinct pink. The next one is a pink of the same tonal value with a lot more of the red ochre color in it, and the last one on the right hand side has more white added to it. Again, we get another series of color mixtures that are combinations of the two very bright red colors with oxide or earth colors, which relate more to the landscape but are probably a little bit too dull if they're used by themselves. So once again we've got colors as you come along to the right hand side where the duller oxide colors are being mixed into the bright colors. You have colors that you might more likely use in a landscape than possibly the ones on the left hand side, which are much richer. Come down to the next row, you have quinacridone magenta mixed with burnt umber, and you get a very rich color that kind of looks like burnt umber with a kick to it. And then you add white to that, you get a very dull purplish color, and then you add more white and you get more predominant influence from the quinacridone magenta, so you're getting a much brighter color. And then on the right hand side there's much more umber, and of course we're mixing white into the tints that you see on the right hand side of the page. And on the bottom row you have naphthol red light, which again when you mix it with burnt umber gives you a very rich dark color. First up, add a lot of white to it, you get an in-between light tone, a fair amount of white in it. Next to it is a middle tone color which doesn't have as much white and has more umber in it. And on the right hand side you have a color with a lot of white in it, a little bit more umber, and not very much of the naphthol red light. So again we're getting revved up earth colors basically as you go along. I hope you will keep these pages as reference because we're formatting them in a way that you can print them out on your printer and keep them for reference. Thank you for watching, and if you've enjoyed looking at this, please make some comments so that I have an indication of whether you're finding what we are doing to be useful.